All right, artists, today I'm going to make an impression of a flower field. So like an impressionist painting. And what that means is it's going to give us the idea of a field of flowers, but it's not going to be very realistic. It's not going to have a lot of details. Things that we're going to have to make it today, I have a small round sponge, a medium, and a large one. I have warm colored tempera paints, pink, orange, yellow, and red. And then I'm going to have some green paint and a paintbrush to make some stems, or the idea of stems. Now, when things are close to us, they look bigger. And when things get further away, they get smaller. We're going to make our farthest away, smallest flowers in the back. So I'm going to use my smallest round sponge. I'm going to pick, we're going to do 3 different colors. What color do I want to be the furthest away? That's up to you. I'm going to do some red. And so about in the middle of my paper, I'm going to start making these spongy red circles. They can overlap in places. They can have spaces in between in places. And right about in the center, the whole way across. I'm going to do the smallest ones first because they're the furthest away from me. When we look at something, smallest is furthest away. But for painting and keeping our clothes and our hands nice and clean and our paper clean too, I want to do the work that's furthest away from me with this sponge painting first, and then I'll get closer to myself. So middle of paper, away from you, sponging your smallest color choice first. The sponge can rest on your paper towel so that it doesn't get the table dirty. And once we use the sponge, we're done with that one. So use the small one once. Now I'm going to have my medium one next, and I'm going to pick what color do I want to go in the middle. I am choosing pink, and I dipped it in the pink, and it can go right next to the red. That's fine. And you can tell just with one dip of the paint, I got lots of flowers. So dip, 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 dip. Leave some space for some so I can see the whole circle. You can even twist a little bit if you want to. And then that will fill your circles in a little bit more if you like that look. Spin, so down and twist, down and twist. I'm going to save my third color and my biggest sponge for the area that's closest to me. That looks pretty. All right. Dirty paint sponge goes on the paper towel. Choose my third and last flower color and my biggest paint sponge, round paint sponge. And these are going up close. It's okay if they overlap a little bit. It's okay if there's some spaces. So just this idea of a colorful meadow of flowers. This goes on the paper towel. My paint goes back on the tray. And now I have some green paint just to give the idea of stems. So I don't want to go over top of the other flowers, but where there's empty space, I'm going to go in here and put little green stems coming down. Again, just the idea of the stem of a flower, not a lot of details. You can put some in there where I have spots. So filling in where the stems would maybe stick out, where the flowers didn't overlap. Looking pretty good here. See if I'm missing green anywhere. I can even just add a few. I lift a little space up here, so I'm going to add a few stems up there. little spots of green peeking through. I am just about finished. All right, that's my painted flower meadow. Smallest flowers in the back, 3 different colors, small, medium, large. You can choose which color goes where. Paintings carefully get picked up, 2 hands on a clean part. So like fingers where there's no paint, fingers on both sides, and carrying it carefully to the drying rack.